Hello. So I would like to talk about this trade that I took last week. Well, I closed it last week. That it was more like a 700% profit, and it was great. Okay. So I would like to explain my thought process a little bit, and basically this is one of the many setups that my algorithm finds and always notify to me. In this case, it was kind of different because every time that I see a good setup, something that is moving up, you have all these pullbacks moving up, pull back up, and then I have this weekly resistance line, and it's getting closer. So at this moment, I'm thinking, okay, this is a good trend continuation, so I'm gonna trade it probably from the 80s all the way to 90, and let me see what is gonna happen in the resistance. Maybe I'm gonna sell two-thirds of my position, keep one-third in case that it breaks. Maybe after I can add more. At this moment, I don't know. This is not a plan yet. So I'm still analyzing this trade. What I did was follow my steps. Okay, the first thing is let's zoom out. I want to have a bigger picture of the situation. And in this case, I went like a 1 year daily. And the first thing that I noticed, my eyes, they are trained to find this reverse head and shoulders set up because it's something that I like. I have traded in the past and they are very profitable, something that I like, but it has to be developing between 4 and 6 months. Okay, so right now we have the head and shoulders, and but still this is not enough. I want to see more, and I always go like 3 years weekly, and right now I have a better picture. I have the resistance. The stock has been trying to go to the $100 for a while, and then we have this pullback on the earnings and going all the way to the 50. In the 50, this is interesting because we have the in the previous earnings, I have this engulfing candle, huge, with huge volume. Okay, and that is gonna be kind of a key point for me because what I realized when I was analyzing this is that the earnings for Chubb was happening 1 week after I find it. So let me go back to the daily. This case, 9 months. So far, what I have, good move up, pull back, move up. It's going in a trend. It's squeezing the stock close to the resistance in the 90s, 100. I know that if the earnings is bad, it's gonna gap down like more or less 15%. You have it there, you have it here, but also if the earning is good, in the previous one it gapped up like 15% too. So I'm in this situation that I usually don't like to play close to earnings, but something is happening here. If I get it right, it's gonna be profitable. So let's see how we ensure that we have it right. So earning is coming soon. I want to know how similar companies are reacting to the earnings. Just to set context here, this happened after the election. There is a lot of liquidity coming to the market. The market is moving up really nicely. So let's analyze a stock that is similar to that one. And at least for me, in my mind, Amazon is similar to that one. And in this specific day, we are seeing this big green candle, all-time high. But also in the earnings, we see this gap. So yeah, I'm starting to feel better. I'm trading this just to put it because the setup technically is good. I'm trading this. What I need to know, I need to be more secure of the pattern, the trajectory that is gonna happen in the future to define my position here. There is liquidity. The market is reacting good after the election. We have a better perspective for the future for 2025. And then Amazon and other companies similar to this one, they are moving up. The next step, the following step that I do is related to options because I never buy the stock. Something that I do is I buy options. So I'm gonna start analyzing these under the surface what is happening, how people is trading options, how are they positioning to these coming earnings in chop. For this one, I use two tools. First, Thinkorswim. I'm in this platform. I'm gonna start doing the analysis here, and there is something that I like a lot. That is a CISL index. It's one of the indicators that they have in the option trade screen that is gonna give you an idea of what is the movement in the last 5 days for the options. So this is a good analysis to start, but I need more. And for more, in the last 3 months, I have been using this platform called Unusual Wells. Let me be clear. I don't have any association or anything. I'm paying for my own subscription. The platform is at the beginning kind of difficult to use, but they have a really nice YouTube channel, and also the Substack is very good. So when I did the analysis, I don't want to get in a specific here of how I analyze the options. Maybe I can make a video in the future. But what I realized is that the premium was moving in the long direction. It was very bullish. People were buying and into the earnings. They were buying, and they were buying big. Okay, so at this moment, my trade that started as a regular 2 weeks trend play, that set up evolved to one that I like a lot, that is a high conviction trade. So at this moment, I was playing more the earnings, and what was left was to choose the position. How is I gonna play? For that one, I think the earnings they were happening on November 12th. So I bought 90 contracts for November 15th. The earnings was on Tuesday, and I got a lot of contracts for Friday, and they were also out of the money, far out of the money. But also, just to get some better position, I bought a lot of contracts for January. In total, I got 200 contracts. And let me show you here. This is a Trader View application, the platform that I'm using to analyze my trades and put some comments and all that. So yeah, basically that day I bought like 2/3 of my whole position, and the day before the earnings I bought 1/3. In this case, yeah, the earnings were in the opening Tuesday, November 12th, and I got 90 contracts for the Friday after, and 110 contracts for January. And you can see now that everything under the surface, all the options, all the action, they were on the bullish side. And in that day, yeah, the stock moved up really nicely. Let me go back to shop and let me come to the current date. Yeah, this is what happened. I have a screenshot of the opening that day. The contracts that were expiring on Friday, they were 2,500% up, and the one for January, they were up more than 700%. My execution that day to close all that, it was awful. It was really bad. The stock was moving very fast for me, but at the end, I managed to close the position with a 703% profit. What is great. I found this as a regular setup for 2-3 weeks, slow one. I started doing the analysis long term, zoom out. I want to see the weekly, all the levels. Then I saw the correlation with other stock similar to this one on going into the earnings. I defined the historic moment on what was happening after the election and the reaction in the market. And just to finalize, I made this analysis on the option market. So something that started like a regular one evolved to one high conviction trade. In another video, I'm gonna go a little bit in details how I made this analysis for the option market. I'm gonna open Unusual Wells. I'm gonna show you a few details of what I do there. But for now, this is more about the process for this trade, how to be flexible on your trading. It's nice to have targets and all that, but you need to make some analysis and evolve based on the data and the aggregation, sentiment, everything that you find out. All right, cool. See you next.